Hello there again, guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more current breaking news. Now is about 17-year-old Ryan Sessengon from Fulham. Now we've heard about his name a couple of times in this transfer window. He has attracted a lot of interest from quite a few teams, you know, with his performances and stuff. I think Tottenham have been interested in the player, United are now interested in the player, Liverpool have been interested in the player, and apparently before, Spurs had a 25 million bid rejected for the current player. But now, apparently, Manchester United have showed their interest in the current player, but from Fulham's perspective, they are standing firm in this situation. Their stance hasn't changed whatsoever. They are not looking to offload Ryan Sessengon. Maybe if a bid in the region is if in the region of a bid is put in of £25 million, this will not be currently accepted. Apparently, because they know how much of an important player that Ryan Sessengon is. He is 17 years of age. A very good player. For a 17-year-old, he's risen up the ranks fantastically well with Fulham, and I think last season was it 26 appearances he made in the Championship, and he scored 8 goals, and I think he made 30 appearances in all competitions and bagged 8 goals, and that for a left back is absolutely fantastic, and I think that at 17 years of age is absolutely sublime. He can also play as a left mid, so he can play anywhere on the left hand side. His play is fantastic, where he darts forward, the way he links up the play in the final third is absolutely fantastic. Also represented, he's also been represented at the England under-19s as well before, and he performed fantastically well in that. He's also recently just signed a 3-year deal with Fulham as a Ryan Sessengon, but he's had interest from Tottenham, he's had interest from Liverpool, and interest from Manchester United, and I still think Tottenham are in there. So this could be initially £12 million, and it could include add-ons as well as part of the deal if Fulham were to change their stance. So it could add up to £27 million in the region, but I think Fulham are standing firm in the situation. They don't want to offload the player. You know, player good at darting forward, good in the air, very fast. His defensive distribution fantastic. His attacking flair is absolutely fantastic. You know, absolutely fantastic player is Ryan Sessengon, one of the best young age talents, you know, at that age, especially in world football, you know, considering, you know, he's only playing in the Championship, don't get me wrong, he's not at a massive club as we all say, but some people still think the way he's performed, he's still not ready for the Premier League, he's still not ready to, you know, to play in the big league, you know, with Manchester United or Tottenham, whatever. He's still not ready yet. Fulham may still think he needs to gain a bit more experience, elevate himself to that higher level more, but with what I've watched of him, his performances have been absolutely sublime of Ryan Sessengon, and we have concerns at that left back position to Manchester United. We do have concerns at that left back because, and he can play as a left midfielder as well, and we know we're not getting nowhere with Perisic. We've got nowhere with Gareth Bale, and you know, if you look at our left back, you know, we've got Luke Shaw there, who did receive a lot of criticism last season. You know, give him a lot of criticism. I did say still give him another season though. Luke Shaw, I think, is 22, is he? Something like that. So he's about 5 years, somewhat older than Ryan Sessengon, who's more highly experienced, obviously. But the problems with Luke Shaw has been his form, his fitness. His fitness has been a problem during his time with Manchester United, but we know Luke Shaw never had these problems at Southampton, and he'd risen up the ranks fantastically well with Southampton. So we've also got Blind at that left back. We've got a few players that are injured at left back. We've got Blind, that's not injured obviously. Blind, very good player at that left back position. He's played at centre back before as Blind as well. So he can play as centre-back player. Blind, very impressive left-back. You know, he's good at darting forward. Very calm and composed that full-back position. But I still think we need to add someone at that left-back position. So Ryan Sessengon may not happen. Manchester United are interested. We've been interested earlier on before in Ryan Sessengon. So Fulham are standing firm. I think they're being ruthless anywhere. They don't want to sanction the current player off, considering whatever the bid will be. If it's 25 million, they still may turn that down. But yeah, we still have problems at that left back position. It's good as well because he's versatile. He can play as a left midfielder as well. Ryan Sessengon, he's absolutely sublime player, huge talent, very good in the air, good at joining forward, and his performances for Fulham last season and risen up the ranks fantastically well was absolutely sublime. And 8 goals for a left back is very impressive indeed. But he's not exactly a massive club, it'd be interesting to see how he would participate if he come to a big club like Manchester United, So do I think he's ready for the Premier League? I'm not quite sure, guys, to be quite honest with you. I can't really comment on that, but we'll see what happens on that. I've got some latest news on Mbappe just to update you current guys with as well. Apparently now he's on the verge now of joining Paris Saint-Germain. We know Paris Saint-Germain have already got Neymar in there, they've got Cavani in there, and they're looking to add Mbappe in the mix as well with them. And some players now could fall down the pecking order now, Mbappe's on the way in. Obviously they've offloaded some players, to gain some funds. They've offloaded Matuidi, looking to offload Sergio Aurier as well at PSG, so they are looking to offload quite maybe 2 or 3 players, to gain some funds for them, considering the amount of money they've invested so far in this transfer window. With the Mbappe situation though, they have apparently been in talks over the loan deal, so this may not be a permanent signing until next summer. Apparently it could, till next summer, this could be a loan deal, and then they could then take into consideration PSG. They will be capturing him on a permanent signing and deal with PSG. So they've been in talks over the loan deal with Kylian Mbappe. And also they're looking to add Fabinho into them ranks as well. They've eyed 73 million in for him as well, and Mbappe's initially £128 million, but this could include Lucas Moura as part of the deal for Mbappe as well, reports were suggesting out, so that nearly adds up to £200 million for them current players that PSG are going to get, plus they've got Neymar in there as well. But Mbappe, one of the highest prospects in the world, we know he wants to go, we know Monaco being talked about securing him a new deal. He insists that he does want to leave the club, does Mbappe, but I think they're in talks of putting him out on a loan deal so they don't have to face any financial problems. They don't have to comply for any UEFA financial fair play or anything like that. But PSG, for me, the amount of money they're investing, the team that they've got now, I do think they're going to be favourites to win the Champions League this season. I honestly do. Because considering that amount of money you spend on players, you should be up there, you know what I mean? If you've got Cavani in your team, you've got Mbappe added in, you've got Neymar added in there. Yeah, it should be pretty easy, for PSG to do fantastically well last season. We know his performances are good for France. I said it's a bit insanity judging one player after one season. A young age player after one season. Mbappe, he's only had one good season, but be interested to see how he participates with PSG when he's in the mix with Neymar and Cavani and all that. Mbappe, we know Real Madrid have made inquiries, they're being interested. The plan was they get Bale off, they get Mbappe, but it didn't work out like that because we know Bale's no intentions of leaving Real Madrid. Liverpool have made inquiries, Barcelona have made inquiries, but his final decision now is PSG, and I think it's on an initial loan deal, and permanently he's going to sign for the club next summer, so I do think this is on a loan deal, if I am quite sure what reports were suggesting out. 29 goals last season for Mbappe, but let's be honest, look at how many players now Monaco are bloody losing. They've lost bloody Mendy, they've lost bloody Bernardo Silva. They've lost Mendy, Bernardo Silva. They're on the verge of losing Mbappe. They've lost Bakayoko. They could be on the verge of losing Fabinho after PSG are being in talks over a deal for Fabinho as well. So they're going to gain so much money in Monaco, for all the best players that they've basically sanctioned off. But the transfer window's coming to an end, and it's going to be hard for them to find them individual replacements. So now Monaco are basically, you could say, if Mbappe goes through, which is Fabinho goes through, then they basically could just say Monaco have lost all their best players, more or less. So they will be disappointed about that. with the Thomas Lemar situation, he's been heavily linked with Manchester United. There's been talks about that 55 million as well. So Arsenal have been interested, but they seem to be getting nowhere with him. So they could initially lose all the best players, could Monaco, in one transfer window. And how bad is that for your club if you were to lose all your best players in a transfer window? Anyway, let's get into the latest news now. We know we're considering how much money PSG have now spent. We're considering how much money Manchester City have spent on players so far in this transfer window. So there's big money getting put out for youngsters out there. There's big money there's deals that there's big money getting thrown out for players as well. It's absolutely scandalous. You've seen it with the Neymar. You've seen it now with Mbappe. And now you're seeing it now with the rumour mill about Lionel Messi, and I'm going to update you on that right now. Apparently, last summer it had reported that apparently Pep Guardiola had approached Lionel Messi, and they had discussions then about him possibly making a move to the Premier League. Then the ex-director of Barcelona has come out and insisted he fears as though Messi could leave the club. The current director of Barcelona has insisted I think he's still convinced that Messi will sign an extension on his current contract will line on Messi. But it come out, there has been talks going on. It did come out yesterday, I think it was. City officials has approached representatives of Lionel Messi, and they had discussions over the potential move. Apparently there's been no official bid put out just as yet, but Pep Guardiola is looking to reunite with Lionel Messi after they bonded fantastically well together at Barcelona when Pep Guardiola was at Barcelona. But Barcelona they've got problems now. They've had problems since Neymar's left. They've got Iniesta, who still hasn't signed an extension. They've got Suarez, who's still injured. Iniesta hasn't signed an extension. Neymar's left, and Messi, I think he's feeling unhappy with the club as well. But from my perspective, Barcelona wouldn't want to offload their current and best player in this situation. So the rumoured this is a 275 million release clause that he has got in his current contract. City are one of the richest clubs in the world. Presumably, I think City actually could afford to activate line on Messi's contract. We know back in July he had agreed a 4-year deal, but Messi has not signed an extension just as yet. He's not put that pen to that paper and signed it off, and that may be what is concerning Barcelona over this situation. And it'd be interesting to see if Messi were to go to the Premier League, how he would perform in the Premier League, because he's the best player in the world in my opinion. Be interesting to see how he would perform in the Premier League, because basically he's been Barcelona now 13-14 years now, so he's never really experienced the Premier League. Just like Ronaldo, look what he did when he come to the Premier League with us, absolutely smashed the Premier League apart, scored 42 goals in one season. But considering the amount of money Manchester City have spent, they are looking now to activate Lionel Messi release clause, and the rumours have stemmed since City have found out that he still hasn't signed that extension yet. He's a player. He's a player that's as I said, been at Barcelona now 13 years, and he's still got quite a few years ahead of him to elevate himself more as Messi. Barcelona 13 years. In his whole career, he has won 29 trophies with the club. All-time top goal scorer for Argentina, and he's also and the player has currently won 5 Ballon d'Ors for Barcelona as well. So he's won 29 trophies, 5 Ballon d'Ors. All-time top goal scorer of Argentina. I think in 382, 383 games he scored 350 or 351 goals now. That is an absolute record, and that is in the La Liga. And in total he scored 505 in 580 odd games for Barcelona. And we know, look at him. He's won La Liga, he's won Copa del Rey, he's won World Soccer Player of the Year, won Best Player in Europe, he's won Golden Shoes, Golden Ball for the FIFA World Cup. Just an absolutely outstanding player with Lionel Messi's acceleration, his speed, his work rate on the pitch is absolutely tremendous, his creativity, the way his finishing assets is absolutely fantastic. and you could basically say Manchester City now are interested in the current player. And basically, this would absolutely smash the deals of Neymar if it were to go through. It'd make history in world football, and it's already occurred with the Neymar situation. So if this Messi was to finalise, it would make a lot of history in football. But he's the world's best player in the current world. Anything else to update you on today? With the Coutinho situation, yes, apparently now Barcelona have given up on their pursuit of Philip Coutinho. They have totally now given up on Philip Coutinho because I think they've got that message of Barcelona that Liverpool are just reluctant and are resisted to offload the player. Whatever the cost is, whatever the bid that's put out, I just don't think Liverpool are willing to accept any offers. There were talks about Barcelona putting a fourth bid in of maybe 150 million, but I just think Liverpool know he's an important player. Liverpool will benefit from this because we know Liverpool still need number 9. They need a couple of defenders. They need to strengthen the team up, but they know how much of an essential player he is. And now we know there's been discussions that have taken place. He's handing a transfer request. There's been a 72, an 89, and now 114. There has been discussions going on. The player signed a 5-year contract before. The Barcelona director was still convinced it could go through. Even the representatives of Casino have been frustrated with this situation, that the deal hasn't come to an agreement. But it looks like now that is coming to an conclusion. Is this Coutinho, I think, is still injured, or he's still recovering from injury for Liverpool. 14 goals last season, 7 assists, the ex-Inter Milan player as well. But I think they've got other replacements on mind of Barcelona now. They're not going to get Tino. It looks like they're going to get the deal done through Dembele. It looks like they're going to get the deal done for Sherry as well. But Barcelona wouldn't want to lose line on Messi, especially. So we'll see what happens about that. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, subscribe as I keep saying. Take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.